Or hoo-ah-wee-ah-wah-yah, a big fat policeman came knocking on the door down by the... Oh, sorry, Stevie, how are you? Stephen Davies from the PSNI, a wonderful police officer, peeler extraordinaire, copper wonderment. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm dead on. I feel a whole lot better
Where
now.
did I go? Where did I...
Big fat peeler.
No.
And there's me lost a stone and a half.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
What have you been doing? You must have been working too hard.
No, Slimming World and...
You don't go to Slimming World?
I go to Slimming World.
Surely to God, Slimming World is for woofy fellas.
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm not just... you're the one saying you... I would never...
I went to Slimming World. I needed something, sort of a goal. It's one thing saying, I'll need to stop eating properly or start eating properly, but...
But it is, Steve. It is, Steve. The problem is that hole that's halfway between your nose and your chin.
Yeah.
That's what does it.
Keep
bucking it in, you know.
Keep stuffing it in.
It's not good, yeah. Well, I lost. I was 13 half. I'm down at 12.
Mm-hmm.
Constancy of my fighting weight.
Yeah, right, okay. No, well, I'm down to 12 and a half.
Good-o. So. Listen, how's things been?
Things been...
Your boss was in a fortnight ago, I think.
Was I? Which particular boss? I have a lot of bosses.
Well, this is the big boss.
Oh, Davy back.
Oh, Davy back. Yes. Are you not in a position to get Mr. Hamilton down to me?
Let me think about that. No, I'm slightly too far down the food chain.
Okay,
I can't.
but Davy Beck could.
Well, I could put in a special request. I could always ring him for you.
Yeah, you do. Let him get down here because he sussed the whole thing. Matt Baggett was in trouble and couldn't get on. He was holding all the document. You're not seeing it. I'm not giving it to you. Hamilton says, there you are, go ahead. And Drew, whatever, yesterday, Harris said yesterday, sorry it's taken so long. You know, these English ones, you know, Fermanagh and Ulster forever.
You may think that I couldn't possibly
No.
disagree.
I know. So listen to me. It's all good, and we're looking at road traffic.
Yes, I was going to talk about something else, but given that we've had another death just over the weekend, I think it's pertinent that we sort of try and drive the message home. It also, from a district point of view, the commander has taken it upon herself to again address this in a fairly robust way, and she has set up a unit within. It's drawn from members of the E-District personnel, but they have set up a road policing unit specifically to deal with road policing offences and road traffic offences, and that's going to be starting operations on Monday. We'll see how that goes. That's going to be initially for a month. Who knows?
And it's not about battering the poor old motorist.
No, it's
really,
not.
It's in partnership with the motorist to improve the level of road safety across the district.
Absolutely. I mean, I have no doubt as you drive down the road, you will see somebody on a mobile phone. You will see somebody without a seatbelt on. And those simple things, are so... contributory to a lot of accidents, momentary inattention. I mean, in fact, we were looking at a case there recently. One of my own officers had been dealing with an officer, or with a person who had not paid their ticket for mobile phone. We're going to argue the toss in court. So that was fine. They went, and whenever the PPS prosecutor was handed a piece of paper, because the guy said, I wasn't using my phone. I wasn't. I simply looked at my phone. So when you look at the directions in relation to prosecution limits for those offences, for you to use your mobile phone, the recommendations to the judge is 3 penalty points, £60 fine, which is what you would get if you got a ticket.
Yes.
And save you the bother of going to court.
Yeah.
For looking or reading your phone, the recommendation is 3 months disqualification. So you can see how reading a text or texting is even worse.
Absolutely.
So, there's no excuse. And I say that momentary inattention could be the time that you clip somebody.
You see, people will, I don't know about you, but in my life, I have used my mobile phone when I was driving. There's my admission. Now, I don't do it now.
I have no handcuffs.
I know. But here's the point. I can recall through my driving life, in the era of moments of inattention, just split seconds of inattention, when, wow,
Yes.
I'm dead lucky. I got away with that. And that's ingrained in my mind. And many of you out there feel the same way. You've done something, inattention for a moment, and you suddenly realize, wow, that was close, I almost destroyed myself there. You know? And if we can recognize those moments, then we can recognize the need not to create those moments. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, kill the call, not somebody.
Absolutely.
You know, definitely, that's the way I think.
So the other thing people need to be careful of as well, in the older fashioned cars, of which mine is one, don't you be laughing too much, please, and but in the old, when you're adjusting the radio, now you can't be taken to court for that, but it's the same principle.
Oh, absolutely. And you will tell you something. You'll see it on a Sunday in Warren Point. Somebody coming around with a huge big cone, and they're driving with one hand, they're changing gear, they're coming up to a junction, and the most important thing they're focused on is this 99 that they've got in their hand. They don't want to
Talking of 99s, when are you going to do something about the Spaghetti Junction, that is the area outside the famous ice cream and fish and chip shop in Warren Point? Well, they simply park there anywhere they want to park.
It's funny, I was at a discussion a couple or 3 weeks ago with DOE and local councillors. It's talking about the Warren Point realm. Basically what they're going to do is they're going
public
to...
realm thing.
Public realm, yes. They're going to do up the streets.
But they don't have the money for it this year. It's going to be maybe next year.
Well, they talked about the money being there and ring-fenced. But at the end of the discussion, any other business, my question was, when are you going to make Dock Street a one-way system? You know, that you come out of Dock Street onto Church Street, you must go left. Because you know and I know, 2 lanes down Dock Street towards where you live there, down towards the shore, and everybody just parks in the left-hand lane.
Park in the left-hand lane. And you know something, it's what you don't realise, when you come in, you drive there, you're opposite the Genoa, you stop. The fella behind you has to stop. And you're out in the middle of the road stopping.
That's right.
And the fella behind him has to stop. And then the fella who was coming in, he's stuck out into the middle of the main road, and he's vulnerable to traffic coming and whacking him.
Yeah.
Now, that has to stop.
No.
It's not good.
I mean, I used to curd about Warren Point many years ago. And
did she measure up, and did you take her to be your own?
No.
No. You're better off without it.
But you know, that was always the same. I mean, nothing has changed there in 40 years or 30 years.
Yeah, but it's so ridiculous. It really, really is. And
it's laziness.
Laziness. It is.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
If the shops are big enough doors, they drive in.
They drive into the shops. Now, the business of, we've dealt with attention. Let's deal with speed. The greater the speed, the greater the mess. Is it true, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the main contributing factors are momentary inattention, seatbelts, but the big ones are speed and alcohol, or speed and drugs. You know, that impairment through drugs or alcohol. Alcohol still is the biggest drug problem that we have. That's the one that we need to concentrate on. Sadly, there are still drink drivers being caught every year. Really? Absolutely. In this day and age, it becomes even more shocking when people do be stopped. You know, and I don't get it. There are so many taxis now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, compared to years ago, there is absolutely no excuse.
We had an event here last Friday night. We were going out to dinner with our boss here, Cahill McCoy. He looked after us. We had a lovely, lovely dinner. And I knew I was coming up to Newry to the dinner. I knew I'd be having a drink of wine with my dinner. So I simply phoned my friend Marty. And Marty came along, and Marty Lavelle, and he picked me up, took me up, came back again. I was back home with my dinner in me and a nice bottle of wine in me. I was back home by 10:30 and in bed asleep by 11 o'clock. Perfect. Why don't people do that?
No, I don't know.
Just get it £7 or whatever it is for a taxi. You know, it's hardly the price of a drink, for goodness sake. Yeah.
But no, it never ceases to amaze me how either stupid or lazy or, you know, I don't know, people just don't seem to care anymore. No. I don't know, it's very, very annoying from that point of view.
Well, how are you going to operate this special traffic unit? Is it for a month?
It's for a month.
And how will
it's going to work across the district.
Yeah.
So basically they're going to concentrate on an area probably per day. There's 2 teams. I'm not sure the total number of officers, but you'll have a mixture of not plain clothes. They'll be in covert vehicles.
Yep.
Some will be in high visibility vehicles, but motorcycles involved as well. They'll be doing speed ups. They'll be concentrating on seat belts. They'll be concentrating on the use of mobile phones. I have no doubt, certainly if I was going to be there, I'd be concentrating at schools as well to try and reinforce the speed. People, because I know we've done operations up at Carrick Primary and in Rostrevor there at the schools, and the people flying past as youngsters have been dropped off in the mornings.
You need to be aware.
Absolutely.
What could happen?
Yeah.
I'm at a school, that's a bus, a youngster could run out. That's...
Yeah. Well, if you look at the figures, I mean, I have them written down here just as a quick reminder to myself. Last year, for this year, for the year to date, for this particular date, there were 41 people killed in the province, and 6 of those were killed in this district. This year, from January this year to today, 58 people killed in the province, and 15 of those have been killed in this district. Now, if you look at your average school size, school class size, that's half a classroom gone.
It is.
If you take the average family, that's mummy, daddy, a couple of kids, grandparents, and an aunt and an uncle, and maybe another. When you think of it in those family terms, it is frightening. If this was being caused by any other reason other than motoring, there'd be public outcry, and rightly so. So there has to be the same outcry. There has to be the same message driven home, and that's why we're having to go the extra mile now and set up a specialist team.
Well, Stevie Davis, thank you. Really and truly, thank you very much indeed for being there for us, and good luck in bringing manners onto the roads and let people sort of do the thing right, and hopefully it'll be okay. Wish you good luck and go well.
Thank you. All the best. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye now.